Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Canal Algérie's Midnight 30 Bulletin. To the headlines. In the framework of the concretization of the 51st commitment of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, related to protecting the national community abroad and the expatriates and promoting their participation, the national renewal. An e-portal is dedicated for our nationals abroad wishing to voluntarily join the national retirement system. Highlighting Algeria's role in supporting countries affected from the COVID pandemic repercussions and reiterating its strong commitment to the non-aligned principles. The major issues tackled in the speech of the President of the Republic to the contact group of the Movement Summit in Azerbaijan. A new railway line linking Jilfa and Laghouat provinces is underway, expected to be delivered by the end of March as part of a major railway line project that is expected to connect the north and the south of the country. In accordance with the country's strategy to generalize digitization, Naftal generalizes payment through CIB or Dahabia cards across all its gas stations. Welcome again. In the framework of the concretization of the 51st commitment of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, on the protection of the national community abroad and the expatriates and to promote their participation in the national renewal, the Ministry of Labour, Employment and Social Security informs the members of our national community abroad wishing to voluntarily join the national retirement system that an e-portal will be at their service starting the 6th of the current month through the link shown on the screen. Our nationals abroad hailed the concretization of the commitment of the President of the Republic towards the national community abroad. Let's have a listen.
Oui, en effet, par rapport à l'assurance maladie, c'est une très très bonne chose. Donc,
I think that health insurance is a good initiative. I would like to thank the Algerian authorities for this achievement. It's a great news indeed. I immediately checked the website, which was easy access. Nevertheless, I think that we do need a user guide on how to use French and European credit cards for the contribution. We will keep following the website for updates.
Française européenne pour pouvoir cotiser.
I'm a business executive. I think that it is a great chance for Algerians who will retire and come back to Algeria. It's a good thing.
I
know that this initiative is for our benefit as much it is for the benefit of our diaspora. It often happens in Algeria, and this is true. When we have news of this kind, we are very happy. The long-term contribution system is a very good initiative which goes in the direction of a better mobilization of the diaspora, which will find through this type of legal operation the lever to return to Algeria. Behind all these measures, there is a strong sign of mobilization of the Algerian diaspora, and so that it will participate in the economic and social development of the country.
The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, congratulated on Thursday Assiraju Bola Ahmed Tinubu after being elected as the new President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, expressing his sincere wishes of success to the new Nigerian President in performing his noble missions, adding that this election is a recognition by the Nigerian people of his political remarkable experience. The Brigadier Snadla Mohammed Tawfiq, former head of the Military Institute of Foreign Languages and Translation, passed away following a long illness. Following this painful ordeal, the President of the Republic, Supreme Chief of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense Abdelmajid Tebboune, extended his sincere condolences and deepest sympathy to the family of the late, praying Allah Almighty to have mercy on him and to grant him paradise and patience to his close ones. Indeed, to Allah we belong, and to Him we shall return. For his part, the General of the Army, Saeed Shingriha, extended in his name and in the name of all the personnel of the National People's Army his sincere condolences and deepest sympathy to the family of the late Brigadier Snadla Mohammed Tawfiq, praying Allah Almighty to have mercy on him and to welcome him in his vast paradise with the martyrs, and to grant his family and loved ones all the courage facing this hard trial. In his capacity as a representative of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, the Prime Minister Ayman bin Abdurrahman read the message of the President of the Republic in the proceedings of the summit of the contact group of the non-aligned movement, in which the head of state recalled Algeria's efforts to support a recovery in global post-COVID growth. The President further reiterated Algeria's commitment to the principles of the non-aligned movement. Covered by Nadia Ulmi, commented by Rania Al-Bahri.
On behalf of the President of the Republic, the Prime Minister Ayman bin Abdurrahman reaffirmed the constant attachment of Algeria to the principles and objectives of non-aligned movement during the Baku summit, which marked a concrete step to promote solidarity and international cooperation with a view to dealing with the repercussions of the global health pandemic. At the heart of the debate, the post-COVID-19 global recovery, the ways and means of reducing its effects, and as well as the future activities of the non-aligned movement. Algeria never stopped helping brotherly and friendly countries affected by the COVID-19 pandemic and calling internationally since the beginning of the crisis in favor of devoting the principle of equal access to vaccines for countries, especially in favor of developing countries, in order to enable them to enjoy their right to adequate and basic health care and to achieve the goal of sustainable development, in addition to its financial contribution to the United Nations response fund to COVID-19. My country has called on the international financial institutions to loosen the grip on developing countries by adopting a series of initiatives that save, among other things, their debts, reduce and support its post-COVID-19 national policies, while allocating the necessary funding to them. The President of the Republic called on member countries to renew their commitment to the non-aligned movement and to redouble their efforts to revitalize its role in rebalancing international relations. My country is fully prepared to support initiatives that aim to strengthen solidarity and mutual assistance between the countries of the movement with a view to post-pandemic construction and to accompany friendly and brotherly countries in their efforts to emerge from this crisis that has taught us so much, in particular the imperative to close ranks and make the spirit of cooperation prevail. Indeed, the current international situation places our movement before the imperative to assume its responsibilities with regard to the challenges facing our countries. At their head, the multiplication of trouble spots, the regional and international conflicts, the challenges imposed by the arms race, and the aggravation of climate and health crises linked with the spread of the pandemic, which today threatens the lives of millions of human beings throughout the world. In a particular context marked by many challenges, the non-aligned movement is more than ever called upon to consolidate the basis of a more just and equitable multipolar world.
On the sidelines of his participation of this meeting, as a representative of the President of the Republic, the Prime Minister Ayman bin Abdurrahman was received by the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev. The meeting was an opportunity to discuss the state and prospects of bilateral cooperation between both countries. The Prime Minister Ayman bin Abdurrahman also held talks with the Vice President of the Republic of Cuba, Salvador Vélez Mesa, where both parties hailed the depth of the historical relations binding the two countries and their determination to promote bilateral cooperation in different aspects. The Algerian Premier also received the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, Rafael Mariano Grossi. The meeting was an opportunity to discuss the state and prospects of cooperation between Algeria and the International Atomic Energy Agency in the areas of the sound use of atomic energy. At the proposal of Algeria, the Executive Council of the African Union at its 42nd session held in Addis Ababa adopted a resolution on the Algiers Declaration on Startups Development in Africa, stemming from the African Startup Conference held in Algiers the end of the year 2022. This decision, which hails the efforts of the Algerian government in support of startups in Africa, reflects Algeria's leading position in promoting African cooperation in the startup sector. Participants in a forum on the Sahrawi cause held in the Human Rights Council denounced the ongoing Moroccan illegal occupation of Western Sahara and the repetitive human rights violations on civilian Sahrawis, calling on for the need to enable Sahrawi people to gain their independence. In other news, the proceedings of a new railway line connecting the provinces of Jilfa and Laghouat, which includes 3 train stations, 2 in Laghouat and 1 in Jilfa, are well underway. The project is expected to be delivered by the end of March. Manal Ammari has more.
A railway line with a distance of 110 kilometers linking Jilfa province to Laghouat province will soon be launched as part of a major railway line project that is expected to connect the north and the south of the country. The work is exclusively progressing through Algerian competences, with only a few remaining finishing touches.
The Jilfa and Laghouat railway line includes 3 train stations, 1 in Laghouat and another in El Jilfa, exclusively destined for travelers, and the 3rd one in Laghouat for the transportation of goods.
This project, which will save time for travelers as well as good carriers, will also allow the creation of a new economic dynamic in the region. That is why the local authorities were found on the spot to record this project's progress rates and ensure its delivery by the end of the current month.
Once delivered, this project will contribute to the improvement and reinforcement of the transport sector, the creation of job positions, and boosting economic and commercial activity in the region. It should be noted that this railway line with its strategic dimensions is part of the President of the Republic's program regarding the development of the railway network throughout the country. All administrative obstacles have been lifted to ensure the project's delivery by the end of March.
This railway line will also transform the socio-economic landscape in the region and will create great development prospects for the inhabitants of these provinces.
On Thursday, Naftal began the generalization of payment through CIB or Dahabia cards across all of its gas stations. This efficient procedure was hailed by all of the station's clients, as we will see with Manal Ammari in this story.
Starting Thursday, it became possible for citizens to pay with the CIB card, also known as Interbank card, or even a Dahabia card, to fill up their car's gas tank, thanks to the generalization of electronic payment terminals at all Naftal gas stations. The latter redeveloped its stations to guarantee quality services to all its clients.
Only a small percentage of our clients were able to pay with their bank cards, but now all our clients are able to pay for Naftal's services through their CIB Interbank card or Dahabia card. Our goal is to improve the quality of our services as part of the concerned authorities' process to accelerate digitization in all sectors. Naftal built 36 service stations across the East-West Highway. These stations meet international standards. We noticed that this gas station services improved with modern equipment, impeccable hygiene, as well as rest areas which meet international standards.
The objective behind the implementation of this solution is to facilitate and improve the quality of the services offered by Naftal to its clients in order to ensure the security of monetary transactions.
And at the Mufti Zakaria Palace of Culture, a first-of-its-kind event introducing the latest of Web 03 to the visitors with VR experiences, blockchain, and other technologies were presented. Sabrin Tafirginian told Elsmer.
The first metaverse B2B event in Algeria, an outlook to what surpasses reality, was introduced for the first time at the 3.0 web event. Exhibitions, conferences, animated by national and international professionals of the metaverse. In this 2 days event, the public will learn about the latest technologies, take part in immersive life experiences, and of course connect with decision makers and business experts. This event also witnessed the launching of the first virtual art gallery in Algeria.
C'est peut-être la vente en ligne de demain.
For me, it is considered as the future e-business, which is an extraordinary immersive shop. It's nothing like reality, which is actually the goal. It surpasses reality and can even reach an act of transaction.
Au-delà du réel et qui permet une expérience extraordinaire.
A sector rarely exploited in Algeria, the main objective now is to encourage this technology and promote the e-market of virtual reality and immersive technologies. We are putting particular importance to technology through the realization of several projects, especially those relating to the digitization, alongside the launching of the virtual platform, and also those projects dedicated to art and culture. Our objective, obviously, is to change our perception towards these new technologies, adopting regulations and legislation to allow the talents in this field to emerge and to not have bureaucratic, regulatory and legislative obstacles. These measures contribute as well in the development of startups that are interested in this Web 3.0 technology, a technology that is becoming crucial to this world.
And with that, we wrap up tonight's bulletin. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.